Contracts are important for any production. They help your talent and crew know what's expected of them, and most of all, they help you keep what's yours. That's why we're going to be taking a look at what to include in your music video contracts so that you can stay out of court.
Contracts. For many, the very word conjures up images of hard work and even harder language to read. However, contracts don't have to be impossible. With a little knowledge of what details to include in contracts with clients, talent, locations, and employees, you can rest assured that everyone in your production knows what to expect.
Of all the contracts you'll prepare before shooting a music video, the client contract is going to be the most important. Basically, this is the agreement which states all of the expectations that you and the company have about the video. This document should state such important expectations as how much you're going to be getting paid, who owns the rights to the video, and if you can use all or parts of the video for your own demo reel. For obvious reasons, most companies will want to reserve some portion of the payment until the video is complete. A standard method of payment is to give half the money up front in order to hire crew and talent, then another 25% when the rough cut is finished, and the last 25% once the video is approved. Most music labels will hire the director as a work for hire. That way the record label still owns the video and its copyright. However, they're still going to allow directors to use their video on their own demo reels. Lastly, you also want to make sure there isn't any confusion as to how the video should be delivered. Some clients prefer getting a physical copy of the master on film or an optical disc, while other clients are satisfied with just having a digital file online. Now, if this is the case, you'll have to agree on the file format that you're going to use. An uncompressed codec placed in a common video container like .mov or .avi usually work best. Of course, after you've put all this down on paper, you'll want to make sure you have a lawyer look over what's been written. Though it may cost a bit of extra money up front, it can save you from having to pay a lot of money in legal fees later.
One of the most common contracts you'll find is the talent release. They're so common, in fact, that a quick web search can generate literally hundreds of results for pre-made talent release forms. What you'll typically find is a brief statement showing that the amount of money you've agreed to pay the talent is sufficient for them to appear in your video, and that they can't demand more after the project is done. This document also includes a statement in which the talent gives consent for you to use their likeness and performance in any creative way that you choose. This way, the talent can't challenge your creative vision after the video is underway. Also, if your talent is below the age of 18, you'll want to make sure that both they and their legal guardians sign the release. Either way, due to this document's importance, you'll want to make sure that everyone appearing in your video signs this contract before shooting begins. Otherwise, you may have to go through the pain of cutting or blurring out any of their images that appear in your production.
Another important contract to have is the location release. These are signed documents that state the production assumes the owner has the right to the property and that the production has the right to use the images in any way they desire. These contracts also include any time limitations and the cost of using the location. Though you don't have to, you may want to include the time and locations of the shoot, as well as a brief description of what's going to be captured. Doing so can help the owner feel at ease.
Lastly, if you'll be hiring people to help you on your shoot, putting together contracts for your employees can show them how organized you are and can help avoid confrontations after the shoot is over. A good contract will state the base fee that you're willing to pay each member of your crew, how they'll get paid those fees, and how much they'll get for overtime, if any. Since every position in the crew takes different skill levels, you'll want to sit down with the most important members of your crew to negotiate and agree on separate deals. Also, if any of your crew isn't a legal independent contractor, they'll be seen as a part-time employee by law. As a result, you'll want to have them fill out a time card, a W-4, an I-9 form, and a copy of a valid form of ID. This way you can withhold and pay taxes from their paychecks.
As you can see, there's a decent amount of paperwork and thought that goes in the start of any production. However, you'll probably find that every moment spent covering loopholes and getting signatures will not only help you stay out of court, but will put your mind at ease as well.